I'm Spencer.
And I'm Eric.
And I'm Night to meet you.
And this is The Itch. And we're here to review King's Quest. Episode 1, this will be specifically. Okay. It's called A Night to Remember. This is a reboot of an old franchise. I don't know if anybody ever played King's Quest. I actually never played it as a kid.
Yep.
So.
Nope. I wanted to die.
Nope. Oh. This is an adventure game like the old Telltale games. So if you played that, or if you played the recent Life is Strange, then you'll kind of know how it goes. Just kind of walk around, talk to people, click on things, fuck
Tough
around.
shit.
Yeah. It's episodic. There's going to be 5 episodes total. Right now it's $10 for 1 episode or $40 for all 5.
That's also called Fuck That Syndrome.
And it's a tale of a man's journey into knighthood.
But it's
in a
a
world
King's Quest.
Called Daventry. Well, it's maybe
Anyone
the king.
else knows that? Anyone else? Just me? Alright.
So the gameplay is just, again, like all those Telltale games you played. A lot of puzzle solving in this world, so you have to go from one guy to the other guy, give him this item, he does this, yada yada. The puzzles can be somewhat difficult to solve. I had some serious trouble with a couple of them that basically just time fixed. As long as I just keep pushing everything, eventually it'll go through. In fact, some things will actually only work once you've done something else, even though it was like that before, which is kind of frustrating.
What do you mean?
I went to a certain area with a certain item and used it. Didn't do anything. I went back and did a couple other things to push the story along, then went back with the same item and it worked. Is a little bit...
I'm more confused that you still went back with the same item.
I was frustrated.
You're like, shit!
I was frustrated.
Click on everything until you get somewhere.
There is action in the game, like some somewhat first-person shooter action with a crossbow. Or not with a crossbow, with a bow and arrow. And that is really simplistic. It is not hard at all. And I think that's kind of where my problem with these adventure games comes into play, is that people are... I feel like people are kind of mistaking this for gameplay. And in a way, it is gameplay, but when it's like handed to you how you do it, and it almost aims for you and everything, you're not really accomplishing anything.
Telltale games aren't games.
I don't want to necessarily say that, but it isn't really as great of gameplay as people make it out to be. And that's just my opinion, but I'm throwing it out there. That's
No,
kind of my
I will agree that Telltale games they are, it's almost interactive like television.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so limited on options and yeah.
So you're there.
I can't.
You're there for the story, and the story happens, and the gameplay is almost like holding your hand through it.
It's like a choose your own adventure book.
Right, exactly.
It's there, and you just like flip ahead, and you're like, okay, go to page 87, go to page 33, and you're just flipping back and forth.
And a lot of it is dialogue oriented, and there's not a whole lot of variation in that, even though you can do a lot of stuff. Graphically, it's not the best looking game ever made, but it works for the art style it built for it. It's very cartoony, like a book.
Okay.
Looks like somebody drew a book and stuff. I will say the effects are terrible. There's fire in it, and it looks awful.
JPEG.
They need to do something. Yeah, they need to do something a little bit better. It looks very flat, which I understand it's a 2D effect, but it just
They still didn't execute.
yeah, you can find some way to make it look better than that. It looked terrible. As far as the sound goes, this is where this game absolutely excels.
Yeah?
Voice acting is superb. I will say that the person that does the narrator, who is the character you're playing just in the future, is played by none other than Christopher Lloyd.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
Really?
Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah, he does the whole narration for it, and he is delightful.
I just started watching that for the first time last night.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
it?
I was drunk.
Oh, fair enough.
Communist?
We'll get
But he does fantastic as the voice, and every time I just want to hear what he has to say about everything, 'cause he just nails it. He nails it, and the music is really cool. It's your typical fantasy fare, but it's kind of catchy. It's nice. I will say that the main character, when he's in his younger form, occasionally says some things that are like very anime and very like kiddie.
Oh,
like where
kawaii!
he just like jumps around the screen and like starts shouting things about his wonder or something like that.
was Wonder.
Like
Like if he sees something.
like he's like, is that a he sees a scythe essentially,
Okay.
and he goes, is that a scythe that you killed a dragon with? Did you kill a unicorn with it? Did you cut off a goblin's tail or something like that? And he just jumps around the screen like screaming that stuff. It's like, shut up. Like, I fucking hate that.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I can't stand that form of dialogue the kids seem to like, where they just scream everything at you. Oh, hate it.
Maybe they do.
Old man.
Old.
I know.
He's sitting on his porch shaking his cane.
And my whole team-
Shut up, you kids!
Yeah. Whatever, those kids, just shut up. I don't need it. So, the pros, it's a good story. It's entertaining. It's a good length for the $10, and it's fun overall, I will say. The cons are some of the graphics are a little bit meh, and the puzzles are a bit obtuse at times. So that's kind of annoying. I spent... You're given one gold at the beginning of the game, and I spent it on a stupid site to cut down everything. And apparently that's absolutely not the way to go with your money.
That's always fun.
So it was really... Well, in some ways it's not. In other ways it worked. It was so confusing at the beginning.
Guess what? You just trapped yourself.
I was trying to cut things down the whole freaking game because that's what I spent my money on.
I cut you! I cut you!
Yeah. So it's kind of... Nah, it was whatever. Is it worth it?
Is it worth the canyon?
If you played a lot of adventure games, you kind of know what you're getting into with this. It doesn't do anything different. The dialogue is better than a lot of those games, but that's about it. So if you want to hear a story about a Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, then maybe this is worth $10. If you played a bunch of adventure games and you're like, more of the same, maybe wait till this goes on sale. For $20 is the whole package, because you know it's
For
going
all,
to.
like,
Yeah.
what, 5 episodes?
Yeah, you know it's going to at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. It's going to go on sale. You're going to be able to get it for cheap. If you really want to play, if you're like, man, I want to play an adventure game, and I really like Knights, $10, this is worth it. But
For episode 1.
yeah, for
So
every
in the end, you'd be paying $50?
if you buy each episode, if you buy them all together, it's $40, which I did. I bought the whole thing.
In the end, it doesn't.
Doesn't even matter.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And I'm. Good night.
That was not a good pun. By the way, this game has a shit ton of puns, but I love them. I think they're great. So this is The Itch. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah!